Hua Point is 0.9 miles from the South Kaibab Trailhead, and they're incredible views. There's quite a few people here in the early mornings as the sun's rising for photography. It's really a nice place if you can get there as the sun's coming up. Very, very pretty place. From there, if you'll just go 0.6 miles further down to Cedar Ridge, there's a lot more to see there, and it's not much further. The trail runs to the side of Cedar Ridge, but if you follow that point further out, you get a really good 360-degree view of the whole canyon. You feel like you're in the very center of the Grand Canyon. Cedar Ridge also has a outhouse style bathroom, you'd call it, I guess. At Cedar Ridge, there's no water. But this is an easy day hike, 3 miles round trip from the South Kaibab Trail, which in my opinion is a lot better views than Bright Angel Trail. There's a lot less traffic, You may see 10 or 12 people on the South Kaibab Trail, where you can see several hundred on the trail, Bright Angel Trail. We'll go over there. I'm just going to walk over and look over the edge.
We didn't go there last time, but
We didn't go where?
after that point.
Oh, yeah. Ready?
Yeah. You want to go out there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go out there. After a little break at Cedar Ridge, we decided to go out to the point. It's about 100 yards or so, about the length of a football field. It's really, the whole time you're walking out, the view just gets better and better and better. We didn't do it the last trip. We were at the Grand Canyon, but this time we went all the way out each of the points. We ended up adding quite a bit of distance to the hike down. We were more familiar with the hike down, so we weren't afraid to add a little bit more to it, especially in the early morning hours while it was still cool. The trail's really worn. You can see it's a pretty good easy trail till you get about halfway. Then there's some little stair steps. I only saw one other person out here. You'll see them leaving. I saw them walk ahead of us. So it's really a secluded place. It's very peaceful. The views are spectacular. You could stop at any point. You could stop here and get amazing photographs. You don't have to go all the way to the end of this point, but I think it's well worth it. It is so quiet there. You can hear the footprints of me just walking. That is how quiet it is in the Grand Canyon. Any little noise just seems magnified because there's nothing else. It's such a peaceful place. Okay, here's where the trail starts getting a little bit rougher. It's not as bad as it looks in the video, but there's some pretty good steps from one layer or ledge down to the next. And every time you think you're at the end of the point where you can see that it's coming up, it just goes a little bit further, and it just entices you to go a little bit more and a little bit more until you get to the end. But the views are definitely definitely worth it. And remember, this is only 1.5 miles from the South Kaibab Trailhead from the rim. This is a very doable hike for anyone who is healthy and plans ahead. Brings water, a little bit of food, some protein bars or something like that. Going back up is a lot more difficult and a lot more time consuming than coming down. And remember, there is no water here, so bring what you need with you. And just like we're doing here, we're doing it in the early morning. This is June, so it's going to be 113 this afternoon is the forecast. So early morning hiking is definitely the way to go. This is a little bit, you have to really be careful here and watch where you're walking. I'm trying to record a little bit, so I've slowed down a little bit here to make sure I don't fall on my face, land on my head, get some better views. There's the guy that was ahead of me. There's really no one here. This is such a much better trail than Bright Angel. Bright Angel just has convenience from the south rim, and it has water at 1.5 miles and 3 miles, where South Kaibab doesn't. This is a little sketchy right here, but I felt pretty confident to get out and take a look at this. I'm not quite as close to the edge as it looks like. I have a selfie stick, which is kind of holding the camera out over a little bit more, so I'm not doing anything dangerous. It looks like I'm closer to the edge than I really am. The views are just spectacular. I love this place. Come over here by me.
Which way? Which side?
Just anywhere.
Oh, I think maybe the other side?
I don't want you to die or nothing.
No.
Hello, sir.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Follow me.
Lost you. I must have hit a bump or something.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it does a real good job of tracking. It followed around the corner and everything.
Yeah. And it's just supposed to keep it from bouncing a whole lot. I'm sure we'll still get some of it, but it won't be. It won't be as bad.
I had a double bicep.
If you decide to keep going, you'll eventually end up at Skeleton Point, which is 3 miles from the rim. And remember, it's 6 miles round trip. So make sure you bring plenty of water, plenty of food to sustain you to make the trip. But Skeleton Point has amazing views also, and a very doable day hike. Here's a view from Point. First place for photographs, Cedar Ridge. You can see back up how far you have to go up just from Cedar Ridge. And here's Skeleton Point. Any of them would be fantastic photography places and a great hike. Anyway, I hope you get to do this hike yourself. Thanks for watching.